Welcome back, adventurers, to another episode of A Hero's Guide to Asgartha. I'm Nick.
And I'm Chili, and I'm also intrigued, Nick. What's the hat you got on?
Oh, it's Princess Mononoke. So if you've ever
There
seen
you go.
the Studio Ghibli hit film, Princess Mononoke.
Fantastic. The Studio Ghibli is amazing. I need to go to Japan just to go to see that.
Oh, the Studio Ghibli Park. It's actually really cool. I didn't know that it's booked out 6 months in advance. So you should probably do it like a year in advance, just to be safe.
The thing is, my wife is not into manga. She's not into video games. She's not into cards. I think I'm going to have to live when the kids get old enough to do these kind of trips because they love the flushes. They love the color, the vibrancy. So
You got to go to, what is it? What's the bluey thing?
Is
Hammer
there a blue
Barn.
one? Oh, the Hammer Barn.
Yeah,
the Hammer Barn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Yes.
I love Bluey. Bluey's one of the greatest things to ever come out of this generation.
I love it because it just reminds me of home, man. That's the era that they talk about is my era.
Yeah.
The 80s, man. All right. Well, what are we here for today?
Okay, I have bad news for everybody. I think this is the most boring faction in
Wow.
this set.
Good
I
old
was looking-
Yzmir.
I was looking through all the cards and I was like, this is kind of boring.
Nothing really stands out. So
No.
for me, I think you and I were talking about this before we started recording. Like right now, I don't see a hero out of these four being competitively meta relevant. There may be some fun mechanics, some fun things you can do, but maybe as we discuss this, we may change our mind. There's a couple of cards that are incredibly strong and some that could be versatile. I just don't, it hasn't sunk into me in terms of how I can use these cards to make a deck win a tournament.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love this faction. My Aphanis exhaust deck before the nerf. Dude, what a deck. That deck pissed off so many people and it made me so happy. But I don't even think it was the nerf, but just something happened where it lost support for like exhausting stuff.
Yeah, all the cheap stuff no longer can be used in Aphanis. Therefore, you're usually wanting your exhaust cards 1 or 2 cost to exhaust your own. The 1 cost ones are gone. Well, let's see what happens here. I think we may be surprised. There are some valuable cards, and I think there's some cards that are going to help that exhaust mechanic. So I'm interested to see your lens from that look as well.
Yeah, so Moyo and Silk is the hero for this set. When you play a spell with base cost 4 or more, you may exhaust me to create a mana moth in your hero expedition. If the base cost was 7 or more, also draw a card. Now, here's the thing. I love this. I love this mechanic so much. It's funny.
Fantastic.
It's so good.
So different.
Mm-hmm.
So different as well. And on that, the best for me, this Moyo and Silk is my favorite art. The right-hand one.
Oh, dude.
Has them in the... That's my favorite of the
crap. He looks so good. You know what?
But
Moyo can get it. I don't know about Silk, but Moyo can get it.
yeah, now I'll also say there, the hat he's wearing, how can you not think it's not the sorting hat? Right? Am I right? Right, there we go. A little bit of Harry Potter for those. I love it.
That's
there
true.
you go.
Holy crap. Also, everybody, I'm indulging a little bit. Not sponsored, but I will be eating these tiny Reese's because I can.
Nice. See, I've got since you brought something up, I'm also drinking something. I've got a Sprite zero sugar because I'm diabetic.
The winter
spiced cranberry.
Dude, we have
So
like
Nick,
3
next time I see
cases
you,
of
if you
those.
want one, I've got one of those specials. They only come out at Christmas, so I've got a couple stored still.
We buy the regulars, and we have like 3 cases still.
Perfect. And then here's the other one that I have is a just in case. It's a Mountain Dew Baja
Just in case.
Blast. In case I need to have a second drink,
That's called, we call those ADHD drink gremlins, by the way. That's what I am. I have like 4 drinks at any given time.
Oh, that is so funny. I only have one open at a time, though. So it's for me. The carbonation, he has to stay nice and carbonated
Nice and
before I
fresh,
open it up.
yeah.
So, all right, let's go through the first card. I'll go first on this one. So it's Adamant Receptionist, a 3/2 character citizen for 2/2/3 in value. And when played from hand, you may exhaust a card in your reserve to sabotage. I think there is versatility in here. It does cost a little bit from hand. I think it will be useful in those decks that are trying to play the Nylum. Outside of because then you get the double benefit of the Nylum. You can exhaust something and you can also get the sabotage and get the 2/2 out.
Here's my thing: is that this is not nearly as versatile. So I think that's why I chose not to take it for this one, because I was just like, there's no point.
Really? See, I think if you play the Nihilum outside of the Nihilum strategy, it may not be as strong purely because you're exhausting something that you want to play, and you're also it's under resourced from hand 2/3. I think you could get beat pretty easily for 3. But on the other side, if you do have the Nihilum though, you're getting 4/5 worth of value.
That's true. I don't know. I just compared to what was it, the Ortis version that we saw, I like the Ortis version more than this one.
No, that's fine. It's okay to not like this one as much.
But I mean, I guess that is fair though, because you do get the exhaust, you get the Nihilum, and you get a sabotage.
Yes. Once again,
yeah,
you have to have the setup. If that's not your game style, this card will be not as strong. I'd say it'd be weak.
Yeah. I mean, pretty card though. Love the card.
Yeah. It actually is also good in those decks that are basically trying, not hostage style decks, but are basically trying to get you to lose all your cards in hand and all your cards in reserve.
Yeah.
You know, that is one way that the way that I play. Yeah, a very control-y deck. The way that I play a Kesha, I would put that in that deck.
Okay, next we've got Angry Crowd. You know what? The problem is that we've seen all these cards now. Now we just get to see the Yzmir spin on it. So, Angry Crowd, 4/4 spell disruption maneuver, fleeting spell, discard target character or permanent. If its base cost was 2 or less, create a mana seed in your landmarks.
Yeah, I think this is incredibly useful for Moyo.
Yeah.
Purely because you're basically getting this for 1. You're getting rid of a 2/2 equivalent, a 2 cost. You're creating a mana moth that costs 2 resources, and you're creating a mana seed. So you're actually getting value for doing this. Once again, though, so it's fleeting, which makes it not as useful in a lot of the other heroes because you're actually giving away a resource since this costs 4, and you only get 2 back worth of value plus 1 mana seed. That's a third. I just don't see it being used elsewhere, personally.
I mean, unless you really care about mana seeds and stuff, which I can't see any other heroes really caring about it that much. But yeah, this is Moyo's jam.
I agree. We don't really have many, like, the mana seeds are good if you're trying to play something big the next day. But there's nothing really, like, you don't use many landmarks, so you have to have a lot of them to get rid of.
Yeah, absolutely. Next we've got Axiom Exhibit.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't pick this. I'll let you talk about this one first, though.
It's acceptable, I guess. 2 from hand, 2 from reserve. Target character in your reserve gains 1 boost, then exhaust it. Or the second ability, target character in your reserve gains 1 boost, then ready it.
Yeah, the one question I have here is, if the card is already readied, can you choose not to exhaust it? Right, use the second ability, not the first one.
Yeah.
Can you?
I believe so.
So in this case, it's pretty useful. The second card benefit makes no sense in Yzmir. It's only for Della, right? That can unexhaust and then exhaust. So, but I do like the ability, tapping it to get unlimited 1 boost on something in reserve. Pretty useful. But you know, it's going to be whether people start playing it. I like it. I don't know why I would actually use this, but once again, I'm not seeing how I would play it out efficiently, but it does give you lots of value.
Well, I mean, if you play it with, what's her face? The receptionist.
Gesha? Oh, okay. With the receptionist.
Yeah, so like you could exhaust something in your reserve and then sabotage and then use this to have it gain a boost and then ready it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cards that allow you to play cards that are exhausted from reserve as well, so you can use those. It's bringing back that play from reserve when exhaust mechanic, but most people don't usually play that in Yzmir. You're playing it a little bit in Axiom, but we'll see. I think there's some new archetypes we might see because of this, if people want to take this as part of their deck building.
I get you. Okay, now we've got Cheshire Cat from Lyra. Out of faction from Lyra, 3/2 character animal, 3/2/3 in the stats. On play from hand, if I'm in contact, you may have target character switch expeditions. Cool.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Play with Farfetch.
Yeah, it's the benefit of being able to play something where, especially if they don't have a tough, you can actually make sure that it's a 1-for-1, which Yzmir is really trying to do, especially under the old way of playing Afanis. You wanted to go 1-for-1 until you could win at noon, right? Very quickly. I don't know whether that's the current gameplay that a lot of the Yzmir decks do, but it does give you that versatility to ensure you win a side if they've given you, they've spent a very big creature on one side. The only thing to watch out for, and you'll always watch out for, is tough. This was actually revealed again by Mark the Bravos Hatter, very much in line with his personality, right?
Yeah,
and he loves the Alice in Wonderland theme.
I mean, yeah, it's a great theme. Might as well, right?
It is. It's a brilliant, beautiful looking card, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, your first one.
Okay, now here's the thing. The reason why I picked, because I believe it was in Lyra, right? Out of faction in Lyra that I picked Finisher the first time.
Yes.
Now we have the common version. And here's the thing. I'm 100% going to pick the common for Moyo. Because you get 5 effects off of it. So you get the discard.
Yes, you do.
Okay,
you do.
So Finisher, 7/7, Spell, Disruption, Maneuver. Both in the common and the rare. Both have fleeting. Both have the same 3 options. The only difference is that the rare lets you pick the same option multiple times. So Finisher says choose up to 3 in the common, discard target character, discard target permanent, and sabotage. The same thing, only get to choose multiple on the rare. Here's the thing, common is phenomenal either way. Unless you really, really need the versatility of hitting one thing multiple times, the common is always going to see play, especially in Moyo, because you get the character discard, you get the permanent discard, you get a sabotage, and you get card draw, and you get a mana moss. There's no reason not to.
I think this is very, very good in terms of disruption. And if disruption is your game, this is great. The only thing I look at this is, in many cases, you don't have much ramp in Yzmir, and unless your opponent has very little cards in hand, then all this does is basically let you go 1-for-1.
Well,
because you're only putting a 2/2 body out there. But you can
hold up.
absolutely destroy a lot of what their gameplay is if they don't have much cards. Go ahead.
That's true. My thing, though, is that there's a lot more discounting now. With set 4 and with set 5, we have so much more to discount now with.
Yeah, so if you've been able to get 2, what are the cards called? What's the...
I mean, Acolytes.
If you're able to get 2 mana seeds plus... But the Acolytes are spells? Yeah, this is a spell. So yes, you could do a whole bunch of discounting. And if you've got some mana seeds in your reserve, I think that there's a lot more strategy now involved in the game in terms of when to use that, especially if you're building a deck that doesn't use many landmarks.
Yeah.
You really have that versatility of when you can use it. So I can see that. But once again, a little bit of setup, but very strong.
Right? Like the way that I would play this is that you have 7, 8 mana out, right? You pay 2, you get out an Acolyte, right? You sack your 2 mana orbs, you discount. That way you have now... you're paying 1 less, so 6. So you pay 6 for all of that, and then you have another 2 costs in hand or in reserve that you can just play out after that.
No, I think there's a lot in this card that you can do, because it can do so much. Like, if you discard a permanent, if they've got permanents in there, it can even be a mana seed, doesn't matter. So just assume you're discarding a permanent, that's 2 costs worth of value. You discard a character, in this case, it could be any any value, right? But assume it's 2. And you sabotage, which is usually a 1. You're getting 5 worth of value for that. You're getting a card draw, which is usually 1 to 2 worth of value, and you're getting a mana moth for 2. In Moyo, it's a minimum 9 worth of value in the way that I look at it from card.
Right, yeah.
That's at the common. The rare lets you choose, right?
Yeah, and that's why if you really need it, the rare is the way to go, right? You play rare Finisher and then common Winter Nova. Because technically the common Winter Nova is the exact same thing. You just get all of it again, right? Because you get card draw, you get mana moths, you get multiple mana moths actually off of it. So honestly...
This one, Winter Nova is great. You have this and you got a Winter Nova. You've got a lot of good strength, good end game progression. Although I prefer the Winter Nova at the end game than I would Finisher, even though it's called...
Well, that's why you play both. You play 2 of both. So you play 2 common Finishers and you play 2 rare Winter Novas.
There you go. You said this was going to be a boring episode, man. And look at this. We're discussing this. This is a good discussion.
There's a reason why they picked this card, because this is one of the few cards that's like really stood out to me. I love this card.
I wonder who the character is.
It's Malaros.
Malaros?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the Reika Hexarch for Yzmir.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Which we'll talk about him later. You got your Foul Faker. You got your Soccer Player.
Yes, this is the one that I like. I chose the rare one. So the common is a 2/1 for 1/1/1. The rare is 2/2 for 1/1/1. The common does say when played from hand, if I'm in contact, sabotage, and it is upgraded at the rare for an arrow ability. And I love it because in many cases, the way Yzmir plays is very much staying in line with where your opponent is, making sure. And there's a very simple way of being able to do that. And to be able to double sabotage, there is very few things outside of uniques that give you that level of benefit. Yes, of course, you have to be in contact, but I don't see it as something difficult in Yzmir.
No, absolutely not. This is a great card. I think it's super funny.
But you didn't pick it. Come on, you said there were slim pickings.
I think
I'm
it's
gonna just pick on
great,
you, I'm
but
sorry.
like it's
They were
fine.
better. Yes.
Like it again, the in contact part is weird because there's not really ways to like I guess force that in Yzmir. So like it's fine turn 1, but turn 1 you don't want to play this because then you have nothing to sabotage.
True.
So I don't know. I think it's fine. Mr. Houdini, Harry Houdini, 2/1 Artist Mage. 1/1/0 in the stats in the common. On play from hand, create a Mana Moth token in an opponent's expedition, and then draw a card. The rare, exact same cost, exact same stats. The only difference is that you create a Mana Moth in target expedition. Then the controller of the expedition facing that illusion draws a card.
I don't know.
This is gonna be hilarious for 2v2.
Yeah, for 2v2. No, for 2v2, you can't give your own you can't use your own, I guess, what do you call it, teammate the benefit and you the benefit because it's not. Oh yeah, that is opposite.
No, you're diagonal.
No, but your teammate is opposite you.
Nope, never is. You're sitting diagonally from your opponent or from your teammate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if you give this, like if you in a 2v2 player, you give your teammate something and you something. It says you create a Mana Moth in a target expedition, assume it's mine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the controller of the expedition facing that illusion. Oh,
Yeah, so it's always going to be one of
Yep, you've got it. Look at this. Reading the card.
It explains the card. Usually, yeah.
Yeah, I like this for a play when your opponent is already winning one side, so you can get the card draw.
Mm-hmm.
But there's the other thing is there's nothing in here that like the rare. I don't see the benefit of it. Why would you give your opponent card draw just to put a 2/2 token out on your expedition?
We'll see. Well,
yeah. Look, someone's going to surprise me.
Yeah, there's going to be some nonsense with this. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
All right, Haven Trainer. 3 from hand, 3 from reserve character trainer card. 3 all in the stats. You may rush if you play a card from reserve this way. You may pay its hand cost instead of its reserve cost.
So I didn't pick this, but I think this card is strong, really strong. I think this will be my 6th.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Like even if you use Off You Go, you can basically rush an Off You Go for 2 instead of paying the 4 from reserve. So that is the best simple card to think of. There's a lot of cards
Feast
that
of
actually
Thought?
cost you more from reserve than they cost you from hand. I think this is going to see a fair bit of play because it says you may as well. You don't have to, and there's no downside to you doing this where your opponent gets a benefit.
Yep, agreed. I think this is a great card. I think it's a funny card.
It's a good one.
All right, Hex Tag Chaser. Man, so many sports cards. What is this, sports game?
Yeah, make me happy with sports.
3 from hand, 2 from reserve. Character Rogue, 3/3/0 in the stats. You may exhaust target card in any player's reserve. If that was the only card in their reserve, they resupply. That is the common. The rare is the exact same cost and stats. The only difference is you may exhaust target card in reserve. If it's in your reserve, resupply.
Yeah, I don't get this card so much. If
I get
it's
it.
the only card in their reserve, they resupply. I don't know why you'd ever do that. They get double benefit. I guess
Not
they're
necessarily,
gonna
because here's the
overstack
thing.
their reserve.
Most people are going to have 2 cards in their reserve.
Yep.
Genuinely. So if you can get this out quick enough, like, yeah.
Yep. If you're first player, you can do that, or you're playing against Fen.
Yeah.
Then that makes sense.
And if you care about the exhaust mechanic, like, you know, you can exhaust something in your reserve and then have Axiom whatever to ready it and give it a boost. You know, there's
and then you're going to resupply yourself out of it. So I guess there is some level of benefit. This also plays along with Nylum. As I said, there's a lot of cards that you can now use Nylum for that you lost some ability. The problem that I find is because Yzmir doesn't have ramp, and if you're wanting to play this in a Farnus, you have to play 2-cost cards to get the benefit or more. So you're not getting as much out of the value as you probably could or you want to. But a Hex Tag could see some value. I don't think it will be in a Farnus. I think a Farnus sticks to 2 costs or less. It may be in your Akesha control or Moyo control.
I could see Moyo exhaust being really funny. I like it. I like that they're doing more exhaust stuff that's connected to characters rather than just spells. So I like that a lot. All right, now we got Malaros. Reka Hexarch.
That's
for
right.
Yzmir, 7/3 cost, 3/3/4. On play from hand, pay 7 less for the next spell you play this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a freebie. You're basically getting this card for free.
Yep. Now we have to ask the real question here: do you like sports Malaros or do you like Japanese mob boss Malaros?
I like the sports one. I love the outfit. Reminds you of like a superhero. The alternate art one, I don't know. Is the coat stuck to his face?
No, it's not. I get why you would think that though.
It's part of the mask.
It looks like it's part of the mask. Yeah. I don't know.
Scary looking fella though. Jeez.
It's very Oni mask, like the Japanese, kind of like samurai Oni. So like if you look at like
in the back like that, yeah.
If you look at like traditional Japanese samurai helmets, they have like the helmet, but then the mouth covering is usually like an Oni or like a demon mask. Yeah. So I like that regard of it.
I think this is a really good like if you are playing the big cards and you have the big spells, this is a really good card to play. It's basically an after you. You use it as an after you, and you're getting some stats out because you'll be able to play out your spell.
It's an expensive after you, dog.
But I mean, is like if you're playing the spell next,
that's
you
true.
Play
Yeah,
it, and then your spell is free. As long as you play a spell,
if you're gonna be playing it either way.
And then from reserve, it's overvalued with 3 for 3/3/4. But I think you're not getting much more. I think for other Hexarchs offer you a lot more value and more versatility. But you know what? To play a spell one turn later, where they may have more cards available, they may have more things in reserve, they may have played a landmark, Winter Nova, or
see, this would be really funny with like Winter Nova, I think.
Yeah, but even with Finisher, because then you can choose what you do. Not so much with Finisher, because Finisher doesn't put as many bodies. But if they do put a permanent, if they put a character out, you've got something else to get rid of.
Yeah. Oh God, can you imagine the combo? Is if you had this with Katagear.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That would be hilarious.
But the thing with that is you have to play the spell with Katagear first because it automatically discounts it to free.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you would play this first, right? Then you would play a spell, and then you would tap Katagear to
play it again if it hasn't got...
Yeah, to play something to, either another Winter Nova or, anything
awesome.
like that.
Love it.
So
love the idea.
We're going, let's see, what do we call that kind of deck where you're playing all super expensive stuff in Yzmir?
Non-existent.
Yeah. I gotta think of a funny banker's term, like, I don't know, like
talk
the
about
Yzmir
funny
hedge fund deck.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, now we come back to Milady de Winter.
Milady de Winter, you liked her in one of the other factions. I think it was Lyra, but he was so
Lyra.
much in this one.
Yeah, well, look, let's talk about this for a second. 3/2, 1/2/1, or 2/1/2 in the stats. On play from hand, take control of target permanent. put it in my expedition if it's an expedition permanent. And then the rare 5/2, 2/1/2 in the stats. Take control of permanent with base cost 2 or less. Put it in my expedition zone if it's an expedition permanent. Now, this is where I started thinking about this. If it would move to your reserve or any other personal zone, it goes in its owner's instead. So
basically what they mean is like if it gets removed that says return to hand, it doesn't go to your hand. If it says it goes to reserve, even though you can't really do that with a permanent, you can do for an expedition permanent, it goes back to your opponents.
Well, here's the thing, though. That's what I'm saying. I think that, like, because this, I think the reason I didn't pick this is because it's confusing in terms of how you do landmarks.
Sure.
Right? Because this specifically mentions expeditions. So, because the way that I was thinking about it is like, does it not, when it says go to another personal zone, is the landmark considered a personal zone?
No, that's public.
Okay, great.
The only personal zones we're talking about is hand and reserve and discard.
Okay, then it's fine. I think this is, it's just so expensive though.
5's a lot,
It's
but
so
what it does, it removes the thinking of it's just a token.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the question for me. I don't know. I think the common might have some play because it's basically free. You're just paying the 3 cost, so it's a normal cost
fair.
for a card, and you can get rid of a token permanent. There's not that and all you can get rid of is 2 things, right? You can get mana seeds, and you can also get
Aeroliths.
Aeroliths. So
Yeah.
there you go. We'll see. You got another one of your cards coming up.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, we got Mochizuki Chiyome. I love this card. I think this card is great. I think this card is sick. I love the whole like Oni mask thing that's going along with like a lot of the Reika cards. So Mochizuki Chiyome. Oh, that was so bad. Mochizuki Chiyome. There we go.
There
3
you
from
go.
hand, 3 from reserve, 3 all in the stats. Pay 1 less for the next spell you play this turn, down to a minimum of 1. So you have to at least pay 1 for it. The rare says, if I'm in contact, pay 1 less for the next spell you play this afternoon, down to a minimum of 1.
Okay, and you like this because this is another spell discount, which I think are going to become much more prevalent. So you've got the studious, I guess the disciples of a different kind, the studious whatevers. Now you got Mochizuki as well. So
the only studious that I don't like is the one from this current set because it only hits for spells 4.
oh,
So
very Moyo-centric.
yeah, so Studious Disciple, Studious Acolyte, those are all great cards. I believe there are a couple of other that let you discount. The reason why I like this is because you can technically have this with another one in play or a Studious Disciple in play, and they're on the field giving discounts. So then you can also discount by sacking any that you have in your reserve as well.
Nice.
So this is how you get to play expensive stuff for dirt cheap.
Yeah, and I'm sure someone's going to figure out the best way. And there's nothing wrong with net decking.
Yeah. I think what you might start seeing is a lot of resupply. Like you might try and see a lot of resupply Yzmir decks where it's so many of these discount cards trying to get into reserve as quickly as possible, which is probably why you want to take control of Aeroliths.
Yeah.
So,
Get more things in
I think that this is
a good
great.
strategy. I like that strategy.
This with Studious Disciple is going to create a lot of problems, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's see. Who do we got next?
We've got Moth Decoy, which is a 4/5 spell conjuration, or at the rare, a 4/4 spell conjuration that says you may exhaust a card from your reserve to play me for 1 less. It says that, and then it also says create a Mana Moth illusion token in target expedition. So very much, this is only really beneficial in Moyo.
Mm-hmm.
Any other one that uses this, you're not getting the benefit. You're actually paying more than what you get value for, or at least what I feel is more, because you get, you're paying, you're paying 4 resources or 3 for a 2/2/2 token. I don't think you ever want to do that. Moyo at least gives you 4/4 worth of value every time for 3.
Ooh, unless we're talking about the Studious thing from this set where whenever you play a spell that's 4 more.
Absolutely, but from a hero perspective,
From a hero
card,
perspective,
all those
yeah.
discounts can be done with any of the heroes.
Yeah,
But,
that's true.
Moyo gives you at least 2 more stats for what you're getting.
Yeah, that's true. It's fine. If you really care about it enough, play it. But, we have Moth to Flame and Moth to Spring for that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Mothcatcher Wand.
Very interesting.
Harry
card.
Houdini's Wand. So, Mothcatcher Wand, exhaust target card in reserve. Tap. Oh, God. Tap and pay X, where create X Mana Moth illusion tokens in my expedition. X can't be higher than the number of exhausted cards in reserve. That is the common. The rare is exactly the same, except it says that X cannot be higher than the total number of exhausted cards and other exhausted permanents you control.
So,
fun fact, I'm pretty sure this counts for it too. It sees itself.
No, it doesn't. It's only the rare, but not the common.
Oh, sorry, it says other. Yeah, no, you're right, because it says other exhausted permanents.
So this
Reading the card
doesn't include itself. So none of them do.
Yeah.
I think there's potential for here. The question is, it's the good thing is, it's exhausted cards in reserve is not just yours.
Exactly.
Right. So if you have this out, you could potentially get a whole bunch of stuff. You do have to tap it, and pay the cost, and then you can create 2/2/2 worth of value for basically 1 mana every time. So I think
this would never happen.
Builds.
I think I might. This is really dumb. I think I might create a bounty board off of this one. Where
how many numbers do you have to get it to?
Yeah. Well, it all depends, because depending on who you play against, I think Fen would be the best, because unfortunately you have to play Kuraokami.
Oh, that's
with the idea that I have.
This with Kuraokami would be great.
It'd be hilarious.
Except you usually don't have enough mana, because you have to pay 7 for Kuraokami. If this is already in the field, plus whatever you want to play on top of that, I don't know if you're ever going to get, even if you use it 3, I don't think you're going to get to 10 mana.
Yeah, that's the problem.
The idea is good. I'm not sure whether or not people can actually execute it very well. Again, someone is going to prove me incredibly wrong.
Well, I mean, you do have Bravo's Signet to ramp, now that I think about it.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but I think that's the only thing that lets you ramp in Yzmir.
No, I think there's 2.
We'll have to look. There might be a Jin. No, there's no Jins. Oh, we gotta look at that.
There is
now.
one other one.
All right, gotta do research on it.
All right, the next one is one of my favorites, Nightclub Bouncer, 3/3 for 4/04. And if I'm in contact, sabotage for the same reason I like the other card. Once again, if you're able to stay in contact to be able to remove or eliminate something from your opponent is great. And this has the added benefit that if you don't have anything to sabotage and you're not in contact, you can still exhaust one of their cards in reserve.
Yes.
So this is very good. It's a disruption regardless. And the fact that you're paying 3 for 4 stats in 2 of the 3, of course it's a 0, so it's very Lyra-centric, but you can also make sure that your opponent isn't trying to progress on Mountain.
I just made a horrible realization, and nobody's going to get this, but this guy looks like Nappa from
Who's Nappa?
Original Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I'm gonna have
Vegeta! What does the scouter say about his power level? It looks like he literally looks like he's got like a scouter on.
That's cool. I'm going to have to look. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Nappa.
Specifically from Dragon Ball Z. Which, fun fact, all of Dragon Ball Z characters, because Akira Toriyama was hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
All the names are food.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
So,
really? So what is...
Nappa's cabbage. Nappa cabbage.
Nappa's All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the next card then for you.
Niala. Night Reveler. 2/2/0/0/3 in the stats. Character Mage. On play from hand, if I'm in contact, you may exchange a card from your reserve with a card from your hand. As a free ability, you may do the same thing. Yeah. Cool.
I actually think this is quite value once again, it's spread the same cost, 2 costs to give you 6 worth of value. That makes sense. It's, of course, not in forest, but gives you mountain and water. And I would say if you're paying any value, I'd prefer having one stat be slightly higher, that you can actually play the board a little bit better.
This is better, though, because it's a May ability, whereas like the original Nihilus, you have to.
Ah, nice. I didn't know that. Or at least
I'm pretty sure it says just exchange. It's not it's not a May ability. Yeah, right here. So kind of like where it says exchange another card from your reserve with your card from your hand. I'm pretty sure that's what the original Nihilus says.
All right. Yeah, it's not bad.
Maybe I'm thinking about Ouroboros Incaster.
This would have been fantastic in the old way of playing Aphanis. On the other side, I think if you're going to play it in any of the other heroes, it's basically bring back those really cheap spells into hand, and then transitioning into the reserve, those things that cost you less when they're in reserve, or they gain counters when they're in reserve.
Ooh, play this with Haven Trainer. Just keep recycling Haven Trainer.
You could.
That would be funny. Partial referee. Again, I don't like you. Go away. We want impartial referees. We don't want a rigged match. I want a good, clean match.
So the game that they're playing reminds me a lot of American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, but
if you look at all the various cards, they're basically running through an obstacle course with things in the way. Anyway, that's my thought. We're going to find out about that game in the next coming weeks as we get into
it. Seems like competitive Urbex running.
Yeah, or Gladiator.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
I don't know.
I like that. It's basically, but the free running.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So partial referee 5/3 bureaucrat rogue, 2/4/2 in the stats in the common. Discard target character if its base cost was 3 or more. Its controller draws a card.
So you got to make sure that you got to try to keep it low. Then
the rare 5/3/5 3/4/3 in the stats, so you get a little bit of a boost. But this one also lets you hit a permanent.
Yeah, you know what? I like the rare.
Yeah, the rare.
I like the rares.
Yeah,
and the reason I like it is it means you can put a body out, and you don't have to have another card that's removal. So you can focus more on your characters that give you removal opportunities.
Do you think the card draw is enough of a deterrent, or do you think the card draw doesn't matter?
No, then the card draw is only if it's cost 3 or more. So
that's
you can
true.
use anything, and if they do have to draw a card and you got rid of a 6 cost permanent or a 4 cost permanent, it's definitely worth it.
All right.
I think it has some game. Honestly, do. I know it's a lot, but it's a good removal.
And honestly, the stats
gives you good stats. Yeah, you have good stats. You're basically just paying 2 additional for almost an unconditional removal. It's an unconditional removal that you have to then give them a card draw.
Yeah.
If you can blend it with something that allows you to also gift, where you get, I don't think there's anything related to gift in Yzmir, but if you could eventually have a gift, then you give them the draw and you get a draw.
Yeah.
So anyway, just a thought.
Potentially, I think this is a maybe.
Okay.
All right, on to the barmaid.
I know. Look,
break a barmaid.
Vibing, living the dream.
2/2 character artist, 2 all in the stats. At dusk, if I'm in contact, I get a boost. And it has a support ability. The next character you play this turn gains 1 boost.
Yeah, interesting that it says at dusk. That means that you have the ability of moving the board state, although I don't think Yzmir really does that. I don't know which card Yzmir has that moves 1 expedition forward, 1 expedition back. But your opponent might.
Well, the other thing, too, is at dusk implies that there's a way to keep it around other than sleeping it. So, I guess you could, like, spindle harvesters.
Yeah, and I think at dusk happens before you tally up your results. Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, that's fair. Interesting. It's fine. She's cool, but it's a fine. Like, the card is fine.
Yeah. All right. The next one is 4/3 Rika Bioengineer, Character Engineer, 3/4/4, and you can see her going at it, cutting bits of the fruit of the mana seed. When played from anywhere, you may exhaust target card in any player's reserve. If you do, create a mana seed token in that player's landmarks. So, I don't know.
I don't like it.
I guess you can exhaust your own stuff if you're playing this to give yourself a mana seed.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing, is that technically speaking, this is really only good for that kind of stuff. Again, kind of what we were talking about with if you have like an exhaust mechanic stuff with hitting your own cards in reserve and then using something to ready it. Great, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. I'm still not sure either.
I'm just confused.
Yeah, not something I'd play personally.
See, here's the thing. I want it to be good, but I can't find a reason to like it.
I love that reasoning.
So,
all right, then let's move to the next one. Rika Patron.
another bureaucrat in Yzmir. Rika Patron, 2/2 in the stats, 2 all. 2 from hand, 2 from reserve, 2 all in the stats. There we go. From, again, Ortis, which is interesting. When my expedition fails to move forward during dusk, create a mana seed token in your landmarks. Now, this is doable. This is fine. This is great.
Uh-huh.
Because either you get the win or you get a mana seed.
Yeah, so it's not bad at all. I don't mind this, but once again, it's at dusk. It's only really helpful if you don't have any mana seeds or you don't have any landmarks in. If you do have 2 landmarks already, it's a wasted benefit.
Yeah.
So I think it will be played in those decks that don't really use landmarks.
Yeah. I like it, but again, I think there's other stuff I'd rather play.
Fair enough.
Like Reka Supporter.
But you didn't select it. Take me through Reka's.
Well, I didn't. Well, here's the thing. I'd rather play it than Reka Patron. So 3/2, 2 all in the stats, on play from hand. Create a mana seed token in your landmarks. The rare is 2/2/3 in the stats for the exact same costs. Create a mana seed token in your landmarks, but it has a free ability of after you.
Yeah, so this is very Akesha-centric, where Akesha is really looking to create as many after yous as possible.
I mean, but any after you is good in any hero. That's why I'd rather play this, because you still get the mana seed without the negative backside of having to lose a side, and you get an after you.
Yeah, the 3 cost at the rare is better, purely because you're getting 2/3 worth of value and you're getting the mana seed.
Yeah, see,
but still, it's a rare. Not sure. Once again, none of us have picked it. It will have some game. It's just how much we'll see play. I'm not sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, if you're gonna pick one of the 2, you're probably gonna pick the Hexar, unless you're specifically trying to build an Yzmir bureaucrat deck, which I don't know why you would want to do that, but go whatever. Do you?
Yeah.
Romantic encounter. Don't trust her. Don't do it. No.
Poor Akesha.
Oh, poor
Gonna get a
Kesha.
little heartbroken.
All right, romantic encounter 7/7. What if the Purgers caused the corruption? What if?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Maybe. I think it's the Rika maltreating the tree.
I think it's a mix. I think it's a little bit of both, maybe. So, romantic encounter 7/7 spell maneuver. Fleeting. Do this for each player starting with you. That player reveals the top 4 cards of their deck. You may play a character with base cost 3 or less from these cards for free. It gains fleeting, then discard the rest. Whoa. That's a novel.
Yeah. The thing is, like, your opponent gets the same benefit as you. The only thing that you're getting out of it is if there's a card in the 4 that they really want, they have to get rid of it if it's expensive.
Mm-hmm. Well,
my only thing is this would be great if they changed what Alter does, and discard truly was discarded from the game.
oh, and like you couldn't like recycle your deck.
You couldn't recycle, so you've got your deck, and then you've got your recycle. But there's nothing here that separates both the discard and banished is probably the word that I would use.
Mm-hmm.
If it banished them, that's a very different discussion. But I don't.
Yeah, kind of like exile in Magic.
Exile in Manic, banish in Flesh and Blood.
Yeah.
So
here's the fun part though, is that you get this, you get a 3 cost for free, then you get a card draw, and you get a 2/2/2 body with Moyo.
yeah, Moyo can get the benefit of here, but you remember whatever you bring out, so is your opponent.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
And
unless you're playing a Chadi and you don't play anything that's under 3.
Yeah, unless you're playing a Chadi and they draw 4 cards that you can't play, then you're really
Chaimaras,
happy
the
'cause
Shenlong,
you remove so much from her deck.
I want to play this against an Chadi just to piss him off.
I do hope that that's a part of the game though that they look into is the ability of banishing something.
I think it'd be interesting.
It's either banish or you're only allowed to cycle your deck twice or something like that.
Okay.
We agreed on something.
Yeah, this is great. This is
we
awesome.
agreed.
Yeah. So, Science Fair, 3 from hand, 3 from reserve, landmark permanent, exhaust me from anywhere, and then exhaust this card to put a card from your hand into reserve, then exhaust it. If you do, draw a card. Always.
Brilliant.
Always.
Yeah, this is just
I'm always going to draw.
absolutely great.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? Is that even if I can't use it, I get to discount stuff still. That's what I care about.
Now, the only thing is you cannot use this on the first day you play it.
No, that's what I'm saying, though, is that, like, I'm fine because, like, granted, I have to wait a day. That's fine. I don't care. I care about the card draw.
Turn 1.
Give me that card draw, man.
Yeah. And it helps you with anything that you want to put into reserve that are discounts. There's a lot of versatility in this game to be able to help you reduce the cost of cards in reserve.
Yeah.
There are some cards that you have that cost less from reserve than they do from hand. You can play those in there as well.
You can play this with Trainer, and then you get to play stuff from your reserve for a discount for hand cost rather than reserve cost.
Yep. It's also bringing the whole dynamic back of playing, like, what's the puffin that you can basically play a card in reserve, as well as, who's the... Vike, thank you. So there's a few options.
I know Vike very well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love this card. This card is great. And if you want to play with Nylum too, dude, you're always... You have something that always lets you exhaust.
Yes.
This is going to be so funny with Nylum.
I think Science Fair in the Axiom is also fantastic with Della.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Putting things in reserve, drawing cards.
Now Yzmir is going to become the problem. Just watch. Good. Sports Encounter.
All right, Sports Encounter. 2/4 spell boon maneuver. Distribute when played. Distribute 2 boosts among any characters in play.
It doesn't have fleeting.
Not bad. Not bad for the common. It's only really useful from reserve when you are Moyo, because you can at least get you're getting Igmanamoth out of it.
Yeah.
The 2/1 is actually quite good at the rare. So distribute 2 boosts among any target characters in play or in reserve, and it is cooldown. So you can't use it twice. It is 2/1 though to play, and it gives you both of them give you the after you functionality.
Mm-hmm. I like the Yzmir one more.
Okay.
Because you get 4 boosts out of it, which is wild.
Sorry, that's not the Yzmir. That's the... Who's that?
That's the Lyra Artifaction.
Lyra one, yeah. The Lyra
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is fine. I mean, it's definitely cheap for what you're getting. Yeah. We'll give it that. So, this one, Studious Rookie. That's what it is.
Your least favorite of all the Studious.
This idiot. So...
God, you're such an idiot.
What?
All right.
It's very Napoleon Dynamite.
Gosh, idiot. That's such an idiot. Every time I hear that voice, it just reminds me of the old Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. Studious Rookie, 1/1/0/0/1 in the stats. When you play a spell with base cost 4 or more, if I have no boosts, I gain a boost. This is stupid. But you only get the 1 boost. Because you can play any spell with base cost 4 or more. But I hate this.
I don't like it.
This compared to the other
I'd rather give you
Studious cards. This is so bad.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan.
Think the card progression will make them stronger and better every time, but this is a regression. I think he's failing his classes in school.
Yeah, that's why he turned to sports.
Yeah. Hey, it's crazy. The athletes these days make so much money.
All right, let's make this better with Sinisa.
Why you love Sinisa and Ortis? No love here in Yzmir. Take me through why.
3/3, 3 all in the stats. Defender, if there are 2 more spells in your reserve defender characters, don't prevent my expedition from moving forward. This is good only if you care about a defender deck. Like, there's enough defender stuff in this set, or not in this, but in this game with Yzmir, to where if you want to play an Yzmir Defender Lindaway deck, it is more than possible to do that because a lot of the Defender cards will give you a token either on play or when it itself is removed, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that that's really only good for like one hero, in my opinion. Like Yzmir is really good at having spells in your reserve, but the Defender part, I don't think anybody's gonna play this in Yzmir.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think
This is
it's
great for
actually pretty
Lindaway.
hard to have two. It's hard to have two spells though in your reserve, because you need a character to boost up or to
Yeah.
have something out there. But maybe.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create a Lindaway deck just off of this set. Like with this is like the core of it, with so much Defender stuff in it.
Do it.
That's what I'm gonna do. Just watch.
All right. All right, that takes us to Tag, which is a 4/4 spell disruption maneuver. Fleeting. Target opponent sacrifices the character they control with the highest base cost. I think this is fascinating, actually, from a card. The rare is 4/7, and target opponent sacrifices the character or permanent they control with the highest base cost.
Now that I like. That I like a lot.
And once again,
Because
the way that you calculate base, it says here, is it's the base cost is the reserve cost if the card has fleeting. If the card does not have fleeting, it is the hand cost. So even if you've played a permanent from reserve, because they don't get fleeting when they're permanents, at least if they're landmark permanents, then you would be able to get rid of for that space one.
yeah,
It's a fun thing. I'm not sure if we're going to see much use though in Tag.
it all depends on the matchup, right? If you know that you're going to be playing a deck like Matt's that has a lot of super heavy landmarks in it, then yeah, you're going to pay this because paying 4 to get rid of their highest landmark,
An
not
8
bad.
or a 6.
Yeah. So, and then after you're probably going to do that no matter what. Like, I don't think you're going to be paying this for twice.
No, absolutely not. You're not going to pay 7. The good thing is in Moyo, once again, thinking of Moyo, they can at least
body and
get
draw.
this and get a body. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the rare one would give you a draw if you play it from reserve.
Yeah. So I think this is fine. But this is really only good for like a matchup against Mats or
That's right.
any Axiom deck that still is trying to play robots.
Now, we're looking, the next card we have is Team Mascot, which looks to me like Suha in a suit, in a Buzz suit, in a Manamoth
And
suit.
Manamoth, I like the common art more than I like the rare art.
Me too. Except for the pom-poms. I think the pom-poms look cooler with the rare.
Yeah, pom-poms
two-
are fine. That's
2/2
not.
for 1/1
If you're
2.
focusing on the pom-poms with this outfit, you're focusing on the wrong thing, dude.
So it's 2/2 for a 1/1/2, and when played from anywhere, if there's an exhausted card in reserve, I gain 1 boost. And once again,
Nice.
I chose this because I think at the common you're going to get really strong value. In most cases, many of the games that we're playing now with so much interaction, either you or your opponent will have a card in reserve that is exhausted, then you can get that benefit. The rare, though, if there are 2 or more exhausted cards in reserve, same cost, same benefit, 2/2 for 1/1/2. Then, if there are 2 or more exhausted cards in reserve, up to 2 target characters each gain 1 boost. Much more useful at the rare, but I think it's good enough, it's strong enough at the common to be part of a lot of decks.
Yeah, I like the common a lot. This is going to be easy to hit, so I think this is going to be seeing a lot of play in a lot of decks.
Agree.
Ooh, did we do it again?
Yes, we've chosen 2 together. Look at this.
This is wild. So 4 from hand, 2 from reserve. Technological Encounter, Conjuration Maneuver spell, has cooldown. Draw a card, then create a mana seed in your landmarks. Dude, this for 2? Are you kidding me? Who do they think they are? Giving us mana seeds and draw for 2 from reserve? Get out of here. Who do you think
It's
you
really,
are?
and this is probably the best kind of after you because it really just costs you 1. And actually, it costs you the 1 and you get the draw from that 1. Right? I think this is going to be brilliant. This will see a ton of play. And in Moyo, if you use it from hand, you're still getting the value of
A body.
the equivalent of 4. You're getting a draw for 1, a mana seed for 1, and you're getting a body for 2/2/2. So it gives you at least equal to, in some cases, I would say, getting a card draw should be worth 2 stat points.
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
Okay, the Infirmary. 3 from hand, 3 from reserve. Landmark permanent. Exhaust card in your reserve. 2 after you. The rare is the exact same. Resupply, though, is a free action, or is a thing that's put on the rare when you play it from anywhere. So you get a resupply out of it, and then you can exhaust a card in your reserve to still after you. Now, here's the problem, though. That's a Kesha sitting in the common.
Yeah, is it his sister?
I don't think it's her sister.
Yeah, because her sister's meant to be back in the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
So-
no idea. And you know they're here with Erika because of the background.
Yes. So, I need to know. I need the lore, Chili. I need to know what's happening here.
Me too, buddy. I need the lore. Oh, you know what? The card lore hasn't come out yet. I'm sure it has.
I mean, if it has, I haven't seen it yet, but we should probably take a look
Yeah.
because
Doing it right
I want to know about this. Okay, moving on to the Lectern. 2 from hand, 2 from reserve, landmark permanent. If there's another card in your landmarks, draw a card. Otherwise, resupply. When I'm a sacrifice, create an Ortis recruit in a hero. Oh, ooh, this is fair though. In a hero expedition. Doesn't necessarily have to be yours.
Yeah, P.S. No, the card lore has not yet come out.
That's what I thought.
But it does say, I told you it was a bad idea to drink all that sap cola. So who it is. Unless that's is it who's she? Sunisa? I don't know if it is.
I don't know.
It doesn't look like it to me. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
No, this is Lindaway. That's it.
Yeah.
You're only playing this in Lindaway.
And Lindaway only gives you the benefit though when you sacrifice a character, not
You're right.
permanent. So
Well, because no, what I mean though is that when it creates the body for Lindaway.
okay.
So that's what I mean
Oh,
by that.
got it. Okay.
So, but I mean, it's a draw. So cool, I guess. I don't know.
No, I don't
It
know.
might see some play, but I think you've got better rares for this.
Yeah, drawing a card while useful. Not sure if it's what we want to do. I don't see any other benefit for here because
Yeah.
most of the heroes don't have 3 landmarks unless you're playing again the Mana Seed option, where you're trying to play a lot more, or the Aerolith option.
Yeah,
we'll see.
that's fair. All right, we gotta go because we gotta get to my last card because I'm really excited to talk about this last card. TikTok.
Really?
We talked about this in Axiom. 2/2 artist robot, 3/2 in the stats. On play from hand, each player exhausts a permanent they control or a card in their reserve.
Yeah, I like the comment
Sick.
in Axiom here. It's pretty useful, but the thing is, it's their choice, right? And that's the part.
Well,
that makes it a
that's
little
true.
difficult.
Yeah, the permanent or the that's fair. I think the
Has
hashtags
potential.
are the funniest part of this card.
Hashtag dance to your drop. Hashtag
Awesome, love.
that's what I love.
So,
There you go.
yeah, I don't. Again, the exhaust mechanic. Beyond that, I don't think anybody's gonna play this.
Yeah.
Oh, finally, we get to this card.
All right, timeout. One of your favorites. Take us
Yeah, I
through
like
this
this.
one.
Okay, timeout. 3/3 spell disruption maneuver. Both the same in the common and in the rare. The common has fleeting. The rare does not. Send a reserve target character with a base cost 4 or less, then exhaust it. And then timeout in the rare says the exact same thing. Then I gain fleeting unless there are 2 or more exhausted cards in reserve. Now here's the thing. I like this because it's pretty high. Like it lets you hit a 4 cost and it exhausts it, right? So this is good because it's basically like a cooldown thing, right? So if what you really care is about the exhausting mechanic, this is great. The thing though
Yep.
is that this is huge because it's a send to reserve and an exhaust. So
And
I
just
like
note,
that.
when it's played from reserve, though, it already gains the fleeting, so you don't lose fleeting
Yeah.
because when you play it, it gains the fleeting. So which is written slightly different to those ones that say when played, I lose fleeting, and here is I gain fleeting. So interesting. I like the idea of this card. I really do.
Yeah.
But you chose the common just because it was enough.
Yeah, I think the common is enough. If you play 3 of these, you're basically going to get the same amount of value that you get out of the rares.
Got it.
So, Yeah, I like this card a lot. I think this is gonna be a really good spell in
Good job.
In Yzmir.
So we've made it to the end, Nick. You want to take us through your top 5? And
Yeah.
of those 5, which one is your favorite?
So we've got common finisher, rare Mochizuki Chiyome.
Hey, by the way, good job on picking some commons this time.
Yeah, I know, right? Finally, it's because Yzmir really, really gave me run for my money. So you've got the common finisher, the rare Mochizuki Chiyome, the rare science fair, the rare technological encounter, and the common timeout. I'm picking technological encounter, dude.
Wow, nice.
Are you
Makes
kidding
the
me?
most sense.
That's
That is
so
the one
easy.
that I'd pick as well.
It's so easy.
And I think on my end, I'm going to pick it as well, but
Yeah.
I'll take you through what my top 5. Mine is the Foul Faker at the rare, the Night Club Bouncer at the rare, the Science Fair at the rare, the Team Mascot at the common, and then the Technological Encounter.
Yeah, you
at
had
the
more
rare.
rares than me this time.
I did this time. I
That's
would
crazy.
select. So personal preference, I think Technological Encounter is my favorite of all these cards. Science Fair is up there actually as well. But honestly, in terms of play and versatility, Team Mascot is going to get a lot of decks.
Yeah.
Because the common gives you so much value. So as much as I love Technological Encounter, I think Team Mascot is probably going to be the highest played card in the conglomerate of all the Yzmir heroes.
I think
Wow.
it depends on the hero, because I think if you're playing Moyo, you're going to see 3 of technological encounter in Moyos.
I think a lot of them are going to have the technology.
I mean, either way, yeah. But I think every Moyo, I think most other heroes are going to play 2 ofs. I think in Moyo you're going to see 3 ofs.
I really like Nightclub Bounce too. Like I love the value that you get out of
Dude,
that for the sabotage. Anyway,
2 of your
lots of
cards
choices.
had sabotage on them.
Yeah.
That's
As you can
crazy.
see, I like interaction.
Yeah, apparently.
You've played my annoying Akesha deck that just
No,
stops
thank
everyone
God.
from having any cards? Okay.
Well, I mean, if it's
Well.
anything like the game that we played, where Baku and
Yep. Yes.
yeah,
pretty
basically
much
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Baku,
it's super
yeah,
fun.
it's
Yeah,
horrifying.
that's
Yeah, Baku, Kurokami's, Rhyme
Yes,
Frosts.
that's
yeah,
right.
It's
Oh,
basically
brilliant.
you don't get to play the game.
Well, you get to keep one card in hand.
Oh, yippee! So,
All right, my friend. This
Gosh.
has been brilliant.
all right, everybody.
And what we'll see, the next thing that we're going to be going through, hopefully you get a chance to see us on our podcast, we're going to be talking about our thoughts on the meta that is going to be parts of Seeds of Unity. Now that we've gone through all the cards, we can see which heroes we think are going to rise to the top, which heroes are going to have a huge downfall, and which ones we have no idea.
Yep, and also be aware that if you know anything about us, we might be having our conversation with our 2 good close friends, Kyle and Matt.
No. It's Mark.
Mark.
the Bravo Setter. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking, oh, right, no, because what do we do with Matt?
We do with Matt. So Matt is known as a guy trying.
I don't remember what we do. with Matt.
Yes. So we're going to also do that in the next coming week, which is basically ranking the heroes.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. That's so.
Those things will be coming up
technically, I was
over the
right.
next 2 weeks. You were right. Yes, you were.
So there's a lot of people that we do a lot of stuff with now. So, everybody,
Except for Cole. We try not
that's
to
true.
do stuff with
Yeah, we try not to do stuff with Cole.
Just kidding, my friend. Actually, I've been surprised that they haven't released an episode. I've been waiting to hear something from them. What's going on, my friend? I miss it.
Yeah. So, okay, I promise. Now that this episode is out, or when this episode goes out, I will do my best to get all. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put all 6 in one post,
Beautiful.
and then that way, everybody can just have all of them in one place, and they're not waiting for them. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's why I haven't put them up yet, because I was like, you know what? I'll just put them all in the same post. Who cares?
Fantastic.
So everybody,
forward to
keep an eye out for the Patreon on those. And then everybody, just remember, Yzmir is the faction of keep trying. if it's broken, keep trying, keep fixing it. So as opposed to like, what is it? Ordis's, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Just
So
let it be.
yeah, just let it be. So, but everybody, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll absolutely see you on the next one.
Hasta luego.
Ciao.